so I'm using the round nose pliers, chain pliers, tungsten carbide side cutters. Have to use tungsten carbide if you're cutting stainless, and the flat nose pliers. But for this particular one I'm using the round nose. Now we bead them. Now I got a system, so I keep the open end up, fold away, rolling it in. So again, open link up, bend away. Now I'll leave that bottom one open just like that, so that's basically what we've got there. So again, I'll leave that one there. Now when I join them similar way, open link towards me and up. Open link towards me. This one here, open link towards me and up. So now I just hook it onto this bit of wire here with the hook in. That just allows me to tension it. And we count them, make sure we've got our 10. First thing that I do is I bend that one backwards, just off the bead, in line with where I need to go, and then I turn that one in. Now that looks long, so I'm actually going to just trim that. Actually they all look long, so I'm not going to trim it, I'm going to leave it. I'll just turn it in a little bit sharper. Yeah, that's alright, that's good. That one there, so I've just put a question mark in it. That one right there. So I've bent that back this side. Now I'm going to roll it like so. I've bent that back like that. Now I just roll that in like that. It's probably a bad example. And that one's opened up, that's alright. Crush it sideways. Just roll that back in now. Like that. And you get it looking really good. And don't put your pliers hard up against the bead. Take it off a tad. Bend it. Roll it in. If you keep your pliers hard up against the bead, particularly if you're working with stone, you'll end up shattering the bead or putting a crack in it. Okay, so there's your string of beads all nicely hooked up, and it's it on the wire, so we just take it off the wire. There we go, got our 10. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so I need another 10. Whoops. That's the centerpiece made out of sterling. And and I just engraved that, soldered it on a piece and engraved it, put a band around it. The crucifix, again, it's solid silver. That took about 4 hours to make, and I just cut Jesus out of a little bit of half round ring stock that I made, and like just cut the length, and then cut a little saw cut down the top, saw cut down the bottom, and folded out the 2 bits like a Y for the arms, and just lapped one piece over for the legs, and just used the engraver to shape him up. And that's just a little blob of silver that I just beaded. All the chain and this binding is all stainless. I opted for stainless because of the durability. But overall, I'm quite happy with how it's come together. This is how I made the big chain links, just in a figure 8. How did I do that? I made a little jig up. It's out of a bit of stainless wire that's about 2 millimeters in diameter. Clamped it in the vise, and just wrapped the wire around it. You can see it just sort of fits on there. Just wrapped the wire around it, like started at the top and just kept pushing it down as I wrapped it. To make your links, you just cut it there on the opposite side of the figure 8, I suppose. Yeah, snip, 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 and you get yourself all your little rings like this. Where's one? Get little rings like that, and just twist it at like 90 degrees. So you get one going one way, one going the other way, and that's it. It's done. It's very quick. And there's a bunch that I made, joined all together. So I've made a whole bunch of these little chains. One thing I forgot to mention is that when you're closing the links, you want to keep your pliers slightly away from the stone beads. But when you're doing the initial bend, you want to up tight against the bead, because you're bending it around the back side of the pliers, like that. So you actually want it tight. Okay, so I've linked all the beads together on the last decade, and you can see that they're all running the same way. I've got the little fish hook kind of things all ready to be closed, and we just go ahead and hook that onto our wire to get it into tension, keep everything together, and we just go through and close them. Okay, so we've closed them all up, counted them, there's 10 there. So now we get ready to start linking them all together. And we need one there. One there, and one there. So now all it is a matter of, whoops, there you go, it's just a matter of putting it all together. good. Right, next one. Exactly the same. I cut that bit off the coil because it was too long. I wasn't happy with the shape of it, whatever, so I've made a new one. I forgot to turn the camera on to show you how I made that, but there's lots of links on YouTube how to do it. So I'm just in the process of coiling the stainless around. Really, I should have disconnected it all from the centre. That's alright. So I need about 8 turns to get it similar to the one next to it. It's quite hard to turn. So I just snip that off just at the bend. And by the time that folds down, should be good. It's smooth. We get that turning the same way, which is correct. It's actually opposite hand to that one, but that's okay. Straighten it up. Alright, same. Get any twists out of it. Make sure it hangs natural. Roll it around to how it was. Just make sure it's hanging nice. Yeah, that's better. It's almost spot on now. It's good. It even looks better. Right distance on them all. So we'll close that up. Again with the aid of my wire. Actually got a little bit of a wonk to it. I'm going to leave that. It's not too bad at all. Fantastic. There we go. I'm happy with that. And that one there, you can just see it's open slightly. So we just give that a little bit of clean up. It is soft stainless, but still you really have to put a decent bit of force on it to get it moving. So again, you need good quality tools.